this morning I'm driving to work and I'm shooting in 1080p, 48 frames a second. I'm holding this in my hand again, still not mounted on anything. Just a handheld camera shot. I'm coming off Mineral Springs Mountain, the top of Mineral Springs Mountain. There's an old house that used to be a VFW back in the day, and now it's somebody's private home. I'm on Mineral Springs Mountain Avenue, I think is what this is called. This is the kind of the big high ridge that goes to the south of the Catawba Valley. So I'm just going to see what the frame rate looks like. 1080p. I have Protune turned off, you know, on Mineral Springs Mountain Avenue. Protune is something I've been reading about, and I've not experimented with. Experimented with it a little bit last night. Protune on the Hero3 is almost like camera raw if you've used that in photography. It is a mode that you can shoot in that allows you the optimum amount of, like, almost compressed, no compression. In other words, you get the absolute most out of the imagery you're shooting there. It shoots sort of in a flat color that can be affected very much more easily. You can manipulate a lot better in programs. I use Adobe Premiere. A lot of you use Final Cut Pro, maybe other video editing, Vegas or whatever. I am a Premiere Pro guy using Adobe Premiere Pro CS6, and so that's what I'm going to be editing in later on today when I produce this little video. So here I am shooting 48 frames per second. Now, heretofore, what I've been able to shoot in, I've been using Canon HFS 100, 200s. I've even got like a little HFM 30, I think it's called. You know, they'll shoot 60 interlaced, which is, you know, you want progressive. And so now I'm able to shoot 1080p at 48 frames a second or 60 frames a second. I just happened to choose 48 this morning to see what kind of difference that made. So I should be shooting a very nice high frame rate. The action should be smoother than what I've been able to get in the past, because I've been shooting everything in 1080p 30. So here we are, we're coming up on Interstate 40 here just in a minute. We're going to go underneath that and take the same sort of ride that I did yesterday to work. Yeah, I think one of the things I'm enjoying most about this little Hero3 is the field of view. I'm shooting in wide. I'm pretty sure that's what I've got it set at this morning. It's a little bit of a learning curve just getting over the little menus. It's really not that hard. You'll see some people that criticize it because of it, particularly if you buy the little backpack that goes on that has the video. It's a lot easier to find your way around in there with that. But you can use the front panel and find most things that you won't be able to get to. Excuse me for kind of picking my nose there. But at any rate, the little backpack on the back I think is very much worth it, but now it does drain the battery, or it seems to. And that's the one thing I will say. Couple things, my critique on this little camera so far is that the battery does go down very fast, faster than I would like for it to. So I'm going to order several more batteries. I went ahead and ordered the backpack battery, but I'm going to order several of the. You can, when you go on the website, you can pick like a $50 or $60 sort of battery backpack that goes on there, or you can buy the battery separately for like $19.90 something a piece. And all that means is it's not a backpack that goes on. It's actually really a little battery that goes in there, and you can charge them ahead of time and take them with you out remote. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy probably a couple more of those, because this battery I don't think probably will shoot more than, I don't know, 45 minutes of video. I've got a 64 gig class 10 card in there, so you know, you could wire that. You could you know, you'd have to have 10 batteries to fill up a 64 gig card, depending on how you're shooting. The other thing that I wish it would come with, and GoPro, guys, it's like, you go on the website, you need a standard tripod mount to go on the bottom of this thing. You got these little things that are adhesives that you can stick to the bottom, or you know, that you can stick to a surface, and then you can mount the little mounts that come with it to that. But you should have just given us a standard old tripod mount. You got it on your website for like $8. You know, you should have just went ahead and given us that. I'm going to turn around with this. We'll watch some of the road here as I'm going to work again down I-40. I want to check these frame rates out again. But that would be really nice to give us that little $8 extra there, so we could screw this thing on the end of a camera stick, or mount it onto a tripod, or any other standard type stuff. I'll probably buy the one they've got through the website, or I might even just go to Lowe's and try to find some stuff so I can fabricate one myself. But you know, it'd be nice if you could right out of the box put this thing on a tripod, because it's nice enough, the video's nice enough, you can start shooting stuff and it's mounting up to existing gear you already have without having to separately order that thing. And they give you all kinds of other little mounts with this. This is the black edition that I have, but you know, gee whiz, you could go ahead and done that for us. But all in all, I gotta say, fantastic camera. I'm loving the things it'll do. Once again, I'm not shooting in Protune, but I am going to shoot in Protune mode and put some more videos out to show what that looks like. If anybody wants to know that, it's like one of the best McDonald's around. It's off of exit 105 in Morganton, North Carolina, just right off of I-40. There's where they're doing the construction. It's Interstate 40 over there. Honestly, it's like it's rated 105%. It's cleanliness rating. They get you through incredibly fast. If you're ever just like busting it down I-40 and you're in the Morganton area, I highly recommend stopping at that little McDonald's. It's one of the best staffed ones. Good people. I was just going to compare to yesterday's video. I shot some video yesterday, same place. Just want to see how the 1080p looks compared to the 720p. So here's the hospital again. I think I'm behind a confused person that doesn't know where they're going. That happens a lot here. So there's Grace Hospital again. And the approach to the area where I generally park is inside that thing there. It's like one of my co-workers going into work there. May not be space this morning for me. Yeah, we're cool. This is a good spot. And we're at work.